Hi everyone, welcome back to Paulina's Global Flavors. The weekend is upon us. It has been a long week and I just can't wait to start cooking, get that stress off my shoulders, eat good food, and tonight's theme is all going to be around sweet wines, sherry. So I am cooking with this for both dessert and also dinner. And for dinner, we're going to do a pork loin roast wrapped with bacon, sauteed greens like broccolini. Oh, I'm salivating already. And we'll mix a medley of mushrooms and make sherry mushroom sauce for our bacon wrapped pork tenderloin dinner. And it's just gonna be delicious. And then for dessert, which I have in a different video, it is choco flan with caramel, but also a drizzle of this beautiful sherry. So here we have it. Oh wow, look at these beautiful mushrooms. Mushrooms, ooh. For the pork roast, with the sherry mushroom sauce, it's just gonna be yummy. And of course with the sweet, oh, I'm salivating again. With the sweet sherry, we're going to make this beautiful sauce and it's just gonna be a very rustic, elegant dinner tonight. So join me in my kitchen and we're gonna get started here. So we're gonna put these aside and we're going to start working on the roast and cutting them and then arranging them because I've got 2 of these pork tenderloin roasts. So you're thinking 2 for 2 people. Well, these are pretty small. I think they're small. Like I can finish this on my own. So what we're gonna do is combine them together into one roast. And we're going to wrap them in bacon. Yummy, I love bacon. So these are a little bit cold, but that's okay because we're gonna take care of this technique down here on the counter. All right, to fully get started, because I don't like to touch food, I already have 1 glove on and I'm just gonna put on the second. And the pork loin roast that I picked up, and you know, you can season it on your own, but if you have a great recipe, and I have wonderful recipes, but I also love what the prepackaged brand has to offer. For example, this one is roasted garlic and cracked black pepper, and because it's been vacuum sealed and in this package for some time, oh, all the yummy flavors have already soaked in to the pork, and so why not buy prepackaged, pre-seasoned pork loin roast? You're just going to be, oh, I'm salivating again. You're going to be satisfied. So let's go ahead and get started. I've got the bacon strips and I have, 5, 8, and they're cold. So they're, you know, you can't really pull them because they're cold, they're going to perhaps break. So my husband taught me a very fun technique. I think it's fun. And I'm sure he learned it from one of the cooking channels that he watched. So whichever cooking channel that is, thank you. And what you do down here at the counter is you basically take the cold bacon, right? So let's examine the length of cold bacon in comparison to one that we're going to work. So we've got cold bacon here, and it's cold, so it's a little bit dense. And what you'll do is you'll take a knife and you'll just scrape it. And as you're scraping, you can see it already folding right here. And that means you're stretching it out. And it honestly makes the bacon longer. So we have here, I would say about 2 inches. That's great. So I'll put that aside and we'll continue to do this more. And we'll continue to basically do this on all the bacon strips. Now, if you already have bacon that is not cold, but room temperature, then that's fine. But I am doing this ahead of time because the pork just came out of the refrigerator So did the bacon, and we want the pork to sit out at room temperature. And I have it here in my mixing bowl because we're going to cut it in half. Well, not cut it in half. We're going to cut the middle because it tapers on one side, and we're going to either take the tapered ends and put them together like this, so that way it's one even roll, or I'm going to cut where the tapered ends are and just do like a mix match, right? Where we're inserting one pork loin into another pork loin, and then we're going to seal it by wrapping it with bacon. So down here at the counter, we have the elongated pork strips, and what we're going to do is crisscross them so that way there's a decorative look to them when we put together the pork and when we roast the pork and cut the pork. It just is fun and just makes it all special and yummy. And so your dinners don't have to be boring. They can be rustic and exotically beautiful and yet delicious. So there are many ways to do this. You can do a checkered, you could do another way. It's really up to you. I did a checkered one time and that was pretty fun. But here we're just gonna lay it like so. And obviously I'm not covering the entirety of the pork simply because I want to concentrate on the midsection. And the reason for that is because the midsection is going to be floppy because we're putting two pork loins together. Okay, I can't wait to show you. This is the checkered, braided, diamond-shaped bacon strips, and I just think it's beautiful. Now what we can do is crack black pepper all over this and go crazy with the cracked black pepper, but we're not going to do that because this is garlic and cracked black pepper galore. It is intensified, and so I don't want it to be too overwhelming. Ooh, look at that. Wow. Beautiful and yummy. Yeah, doesn't that look amazing? So, let's see here. All right. I don't want this to fall apart when we go to lift it up, but we're also going to tie this. So what you'll do here is you'll just basically curve this over and just start wrapping. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. And don't worry if these things are falling apart from the get-go because you're going to tie it and secure it. It's all about TLC. Oh, I'm so excited. And of course, this side doesn't look like much. It looks just like a blob of bacon and fat on this, but that's okay because we're going to tie it. Right. Now, I don't have the skills to tie this. I guess I should learn, but I'm just gonna tie. We're gonna go. Right. So we'll secure one in the middle. Ooh, I just finished tying the pork loin roast with the roasting twine or the roasting rope, and so here it is. It's beautiful. Now this is the side that I put the bacon over and then tied it. You can see the knots here. But when we flip it over, ooh, look how beautiful that is. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. And you can leave this as is or crack black pepper over it. My husband will say there's no such thing as too much black pepper. Well, some people might argue against that, but we're going to go ahead and do this just for aesthetic purposes. and it does look good when it's roasting. And we're going to let this sit at room temperature. It's still cold, I can feel it. And it'll go in the oven at, we're going to cook it initially for 400 just to get the exterior crusted and also the bacon. We're gonna cook it at 400 for maybe 10 to 15 minutes and then reduce the temperature down to 350, and then it'll roast until the internal pork temperature, the internal temperature of this roast reads about 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Now I'm going to get ready the side dishes, mainly the vegetables. So I've got broccolini that I'll wash and also the mushrooms, and then I'll start prepping the sherry mushroom sauce, and it's just gonna be, oh my gosh, out of this world. So let me bring you down to the counter really quick. I have mushrooms here, and I'll throw in the baby portabella mushroom slices in here as well. But I just want to give you an array of what's happening here. We're going to top off the sauce with about 2 tablespoons of parsley, and we're just going to chop it in here. I have about 2 cups of mushrooms in here, and all in all it will be a total of 4 cups of mushrooms because 2 cups of the baby portabella mushrooms. 4 cups seems a lot, but we're going to cook down the mushrooms, and it's actually going to shrink about half the size. And so we're going to brown the mushrooms, and it's just going to be, ooh, so delicious. For simple flavoring, we're just going to do my salt and pepper mixture. So here we go, 2 large pinches. And then I would say about 1 head or 2 heads of shallots sliced, but I have here soaked, dried, and then soaked shallot bits. And so this is about half a cup of soaked and drained shallots, and I don't want to overwhelm my mushrooms, and so I'm just going to toss about 1/4 cup of this of the shallots. Here I've got 2 tablespoons of salted butter, and let's do about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And for exquisite flavoring, we'll need garlic, and I've got 1, 2, 3, we'll call this 4 heads of garlic, and I'm going to just squeeze the garlic through this presser that I bought on Amazon, and it's just going to ooze on through. I just absolutely love this presser because it produces cute little nuggets of garlic, and it just oozes through, oozes out. See? I love it. Perfect little nuggets. Most chefs would probably instruct you to do this first or do that last, put the garlic in last, because the last thing you want to do is burn the garlic, but I'm just a home cook and I'm going to do it my way because it works, and simply because I'm putting it on low heat. And so we're going to do that, and then we're going to add the liquids. Ooh, I can't wait. Okay, so my baby portabello mushroom slices have been washed. Now I'm just going to stick it. I mean, these are baby portabello mushrooms, but they look like ginormous, normal, like button mushrooms, right? But they're just a little, they're milder and not so earthy in smell and in flavor like the button mushrooms, the ones that you would find in just the general mushroom area. Ta-da! All right, to the stove I go. This is on medium high. And if it's too high, you just basically turn it down to medium. But I want to brown the mushrooms, and I want all of these flavoring extracts to come out. Of course, the mushroom, the shallots, the onions. Oh, this is looking really good. You can see that the mushrooms are browning right there. So we're just going to let that cook for, I don't know, another 8 to 10 minutes. I have it on low, and if you want it to brown faster, you can turn up to medium or medium high. But of course, you don't want to burn your garlic bits or your shallot bits. The house just smells wonderful. We're going to cut up our parsley, so I've already started chopping these. And then I have a cup of pork stock. I made wonton soup the other day and leftover pork stock, And so don't throw away your stock, put it in the refrigerator, and then just strain out all the bits, so that way you've got somewhat of a clear broth. So 1 cup of pork broth, and then also 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. And I'm just gonna pour it in the same thing. My measurement says 1 cup, and I'm just gonna fill it all the way up to 2 cups with the heavy whipping cream. There. So let's just go ahead and do that now. Ooh, beautiful. So this is going to make the sauce for our sherry creamy mushroom sauce that will garnish the roasted pork loin bacon wrapped with. And it's just going to be so yummy. Yummy. Okay, so cutting this up, chopping this, you can do it coarsely or you can do it fine, up to you. I like a little bit of a bite in my herbs, especially parsley. So I don't want to chop it too fine. And parsley, like cilantro, has what they call soft stem. So you can actually eat this and pinch it with your fingers because it's soft. So don't throw away the stems, very flavorful. I thought that was about 2 tablespoons, but it looks like more 1.5 tablespoons. So 1 to 2 to 3 tablespoons, it's completely up to you. But that's all I'm going to do for my parsley. And then we're going to put the sherry in with the mushrooms as it's browning because we want it to cook in and we're going to scrape the sides. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, I've got the heat back onto medium. And I'm happy with this here. You can cook it more if you'd like, but you can just see the brown in the mushrooms. It's just absolutely beautiful, and it smells heavenly too. We're going to put about 1/2 cup of sherry in here. Sherry is sweet, so you'll definitely want no more than 1/2 cup, especially for the amount of liquids we have here, so 2 cups total. And then we're going to add our liquids. And then this is where we'll want to turn the heat down to medium, low to medium, because high heat will start to do something to the cream. And then I'm going to taste this and see if it needs any more salt, pepper, or maybe even sherry. We're going to do a pinch, actually another pinch. So I would say all in all, since the 2 pinches I added earlier, it's probably, because these are large pinches, and this is a coarse kosher salt, so I would say about a teaspoon of salt in here. And then to thicken it, I'm going to do my flour paste. So what I did was a tablespoon of flour and then a teaspoon of sherry. So we'll just plop that in there. And then we'll take our whisk, because you don't want the flour to cook in clump. So the whisk helps to even it out, and that'll thicken the sauce. Again, be careful to not turn it up too high because you don't want the milk to separate, the cream to separate. You don't want the cream to separate. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. And I tasted it too, and it was delicious. So we will add our parsley bits and wait for the roasted pork to be done. Okay, Pooh Bear, it's time to check. So we've got it at 400 and it is now 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And we want to get the internal temperature to 145, and we're going to switch this now to 3. 50. Okay, and already it's 102, so it's almost done. Ooh, that is beautiful. My sauce is done. Yummy. Oh, I can't wait. Let's take a peek at our roast. Eee. That's beautiful. Wow. Dinner is almost ready. Dessert clearly is ready, and so I can't wait. I'm super excited. I'm going to get ready and saute the broccolini, and it's just in butter, olive oil, and then a spritz of lemon just to give it that vibrant, tart kick, and salt and pepper, and that's basically it. And then for carbs, I have leftover rice pilaf, and I love rice, so I'm gonna do that and then just make steak fries for my husband. So stay tuned. Here is the pork tenderloin wrapped in beautiful bacon. Isn't that beautiful? So we're going to remove the little thighs, and then we're going to slice this in desirable slices. Oh, I think I cooked the bacon perfectly. Oh my gosh, it smells wonderful. Now this has been resting a bit, probably 10 minutes. And then we're going to cut this up. Ooh, does that look beautiful? I'm salivating again. That. Ooh, still hot. So yeah, you'll want to be careful because it is hot. All right, we've got our beautiful pork, and you can see that some of the juice is oozing out. And for presentation purpose, you can just blot it with a good paper towel, because we're going to put our sherry mushroom sauce on this. And we've got our broccolini here that we can just garnish. Like that. And then our sauce. Here we go. Okay, so we have our sauce. Oops. And we'll just pour it over like that. And put some to the side. Whoa, I'm just making a mess over here. But I think you get it. And for presentation purposes, we want to layer those mushrooms on. And then let's not forget our cracked black pepper. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Look at that. Ooh. Oh, beautiful. Thank you for watching Polina's Global Flavors. We're going to enjoy this tonight, my husband and I and Charlie Poo, and we'll catch you at the next episode. Have a good night.